Hello, and welcome to our 20th day update on our journey to Tier 2 Rathma. On the SSF Druid, we have finally reached our 20th day. We've closed two, I don't know, video decades. How do you wanna call it? And yeah, we had quite the day. We made a push for level 97. Actually decided like halfway or like 2/3 of the way. I kind of decided that I'll finish like pushing the level on day number 21 when we closed 3 weeks. It seemed to make more sense just with the pace of leveling up. I have to remember that this is not the same pacing I get when I play online with like completed builds. And I don't want to like overexert myself over like one day, so I decided to finish the experience grind on day number 21. But that doesn't mean we didn't have a bountiful day, and that we didn't manage to do quite a bit on day number 20. And with that said, let's pull the video and check what we got. So we start the day in Phlegathon trying to get some experience, and 10 seconds into our first map we drop a Totemic Mask, and this is Jalal's main, and this is the first one that hit 2 to skills, so we go ahead and slam it, and it survives with a poison resist slam. Not very interesting. Normally this would only be used on mapping shapeshifter builds, so not too hype, but later in that map we do get a puzzle box. And again, you know how much I value these puzzle boxes in single player, especially when you can't buy them off anyone else. It will give me more opportunity to farm different items and attempt more boxes, especially with my success rate on boxes, which is notoriously bad. So we go ahead, and 10 minutes afterwards we drop another one, another puzzle box for our personal use. Amazing for us. We got a Horizon event during that map as well, which dropped us a shark skin boots. These are water walks, of course, which we are very much interested in. These rolled relatively low on the flat life, but a slam of max fire, max cold, max poison on those could be amazing for us. Sadly, they didn't get that. They just got poison res, so we dropped them back to the ground. In the same Horizon map, we get a Cryptic Sword that rolls 2 to Arc Blast, but I do decide to slam it anyway just to see what it gets, and it gets 4 sockets, which is the best in slot slam for Frostwind, so we're very happy with that, and it might be used for us if we do choose to go ahead with the Arc Blast. I'm just kind of thinking to myself, maybe on day number 22 or 23, I just respec into Arc Blast for fun, you know, just like to see how well we can do with it. I will need another Bear Rune, though, to create that Infinity Rune Word for my Merc, if I do want to do that. In the next Phlegathon map, we drop a Balrog skin. This is, of course, Arcane's Valor. And while we already have one with 3 sockets, one with 3 skills would be amazing, or one with max fire or max cold slams could be very useful to us. So we're very interested in seeing what this one would get. And as we slam it, it survives, but only gets 1 socket. So with 1 socket, it really doesn't beat our 3-socketed one. In the next Phlegathon map, we drop, yes, another one of those puzzle boxes. These are free a day, and I'm just gonna say it right here. I've had several days of playing, like, you know, 24-hour stretches of PD2. This is the first time I've ever seen free boxes drop in one day. This never happened to me before. 2 happened before several times, but I've never seen free, so we broke a personal record of strange RNG, I guess. And hopefully we finally start getting items that require these boxes. I might also start aggressively using boxes on items that would enjoy kind of like these box first treatment. So if we get weapons that we don't want socket slams on and have really good bases, like Athena's maybe, I might consider just boxing them before we even slam them, just to enhance the chances of getting the right slam. Same is true maybe if I get another good demon machine, I'll consider it for our Merc. Over here at Guides, we get one of the most disappointing Guide events known to mankind. We choose to buy, I think, the Leviathan only because, I mean, I just wanted to buy something. I had a lot of money. It doesn't roll very well, but I slam it just in case it gets free sockets or something very nice like that. and we break it. So officially the most disappointing Geet event. Luckily, later in the same map, we drop an Earth Spirit, and if you've been following the videos, you know that I've been looking for another one. Our first one slammed Enhanced Defense, which is completely useless. The actual slams we want on something like this is plus skills, max cold, max fire, sometimes max poison, free sockets. All these are the best that you can get, and of course we wanted to have a base of maximum poison of either 7 or 8. It can roll between 5 to 8, so it's kind of like a 50-50. 5 and 6 is a little bit too low. 7 and 8 is really great, and it also has an absorb cold mod and fire resist mod. These, if they can be high, it's good. If they're not, that's okay. So that's kind of like what we're looking for. I believe we blind slammed this one, just, you know, trying to believe in the heart of the cards. And, well, what do you know? When we go ahead to slam it, it survives. And we see that we get the best in slot slam available. Now, granted, the skills Feral Rage is not particularly useful if you're not playing Fury or Rabies, but with 5 to maximum cold, you actually get a lot of mileage. It's like having free sockets, theoretically, right? And one of the sockets is like an ohm, but that ohm rune also gives you +1 more to maximum cold resist and 15 cold res. So it's theoretically better than free sockets. Only thing remaining is to box this one for 2 sockets, which of course we go ahead and box right away, especially considering all the boxes we dropped. And with this kind of slam, like, we obviously box it, but even if it boxes for 1, we're not too disappointed. Now as we go ahead and box it, the first box we failed, and the second box in this SSF we fail as well. It rolls 1 socket, sadly, but remember, this is still a happy, general happy item. If you look at the stats that it rolled, 27 fire resist, 5 cold absorb, 7 max poison resist. The skill, again, not the most useful skill, but still a very good skill. Could be relevant. It's not like a firestorm or something like that is completely irrelevant for us. So overall, like, slight mixed feelings, but generally very happy about this drop. This is definitely something I could see myself using in a tier 2 attempt. So for now, just for now, we can say our tier 2 helmet is ready. And we're mainly looking for a new G-Bane and an amulet. Okay, consider this a big milestone. A lot of people in the chat were relatively sad, but I was still happy inside. Later in the same horizon, we also drop a rainbow facet, and remember, rainbow facet a day keeps the doctor away. We drop another cold one, which means we add the chances of actually running elemental druid, the cold druid. We also dropped an elemental skiller, but I actually didn't catch the footage. I don't know when it happened, but we actually did drop one. So we're now up to 3 skillers for elemental. With 2 to 3 more skillers and an infinity rune, I could definitely see myself playing some arc blast or some fire druid with the Armageddon and volcano. Over here, 20 or 30 minutes later, we drop another demon machine, and I know I said that I might box these in advance just to kind of guarantee we're not getting a socket slam, but I didn't already make that decision at the time. I only kind of thought of it a little bit later. So we go ahead and we blind slam this demon machine. And as we pray to Senpai that he blesses us, he does not break our weapon, and the demon machine survives. We're hoping, of course, for any ED hit. 5 sockets is also okay. That would still be an upgrade. This one rolls a solid base, a very average one, but the slam is minus the requirement, which sadly doesn't really help us at all. Later in the map, we also get a unique amulet. While still hunting for a really good amulet for tier 2, we drop a 28 res Mara. Currently we're using a 27 Mara, but it has a dexterity slam. So this kind of upgrade could be really nice, with the main slams we're looking for being plus skills, 2 max all, or enhanced damage, cannot be frozen. These kind of slams would really make our game a lot better. And as we go ahead to slam the amulet, you'll see that it looks like the same graphic and it slams dexterity. What a strange thing to get like one res higher. And you can see I'm like really, really finding this whole thing funny, where we slam the same slam on the same amulet with the same graphic. Sadly, we just get dexterity. It is technically an upgrade because we get one more res, but maybe the smallest gear update that we've had since we started this challenge. Here in the crypt, we drop a rib cracker with near perfect enhanced damage at 298. With an EDIS slam, this weapon can actually be pretty strong. Sadly, it does not hit, so we can't actually bring it to that point where it's incredibly strong. It's not a weapon that I'd use often, but if you are running the Maulbear, technically because it has so much faster hit recovery on it, it might allow you to reach this higher FHR breakpoint for bear. It's like 150 without sacrificing too much on anything else of your gear. So it's like an interesting weapon. It could make you more flexible in some situations, so I just wanted to see if I can get the right slam on it. Moving on to Skovos, as we pick up a unique ring, I noticed to actually drop a Vex rune. The unique ring was just an angel, so we drop it on the ground, but we're happy to see that Vex rune in exchange. Later on in the next Skovos, we drop a Lava Gouts, and sadly, these, just like the other 3 that we've dropped so far, roll 3 to maximum fire. Of course, with 3 to max fire, we're not happy anymore to see Lava Gouts. We want to see 1 with 5. We've seen so far 4 with 3 max to fire. So just like seeing 1 with 5 and hopefully getting a good slam on it would open up our options for gloves for tier 2 Rathma. And also might also help us in tier 2 clone. Unique amulet drops and it's a High Lord's Wrath. I don't know why, but for some reason on day 20, maybe Senpai knew that it's a big day for us. He gave us 2 big unique amulets with the Maras and the High Lords. We go ahead and try to slam it. Our last one slammed for 7 energy, so we're looking for one better slam, possibly cannot be frozen, but 7 energy hits again. So sadly, the repeat amulets, I don't know if this is like a theme or something. It was the one day in the month that actually hits the same slams for the same type of amulet that you've already dropped kind of day. But sadly, that's what we got. So we go ahead and put that in our jewelry tab. A Decapitator drops. It's our favorite weapon, the Hellslayer. Rolls a little bit low in the ED, but I still choose to slam it because with the right slam, it would have been great. Sadly, it breaks, so we will never know if it would have been the one or not. Towards the end of the day, I decided to go ahead and do a little bit of a craft session. We made 50 poison rings, 50 vampiric rings, I should say. We made 50 weapons, brilliant weapons, and we actually managed to get one weapon that was worth slamming. So all the rest were relatively unimpressive, but this one weapon was actually really good, and I probably showed the stats in a moment. Rolled 50 to IAS, near perfect on the IAS, 239 ED, which is not amazing for ladder, but for our current situation could definitely be stronger than what we currently have. And look at this flat AR, 378. This is an incredible amount of AR. Now the slams we're looking for on a weapon like this would be either 6 sockets, but preferably something with enhanced damage already, since we don't have access to these EDIS jewels. 6 sockets, while technically better, wouldn't be what we want. So something like EDIAS would be the best. EDAR, ED Lifesteal, EDDS would be okay. And something maybe a little bit more compromising with just flat ED and possibly a puzzle piece for 4 sockets could be also a way to go. As we go ahead to check, we see that we hit Crushing Blow, which sadly does not do enough for this weapon to make it viable. So we go ahead and let it go, but it was a very nice attempt at a craft. I mean, we've only done so far 200 crafts, if I remember correctly. 200 total brilliant crafts. So I'm not surprised that I haven't hit anything major yet. But I think as we will close on 500 crafts or so, we might actually hit something huge. But who knows what will happen. So with that said, the only gear update that I do have to report is this Mara's giving us 1 more all res in total. Luckily, while re-rolling the charms at the end of the stream, we did manage to get this shape-shifting faster run walk skiller. So that means we're right now at 7 total shape-shifting skillers, missing only 2 to get a full set of 9 skillers. And we also got this this elemental druid skiller during the day. I don't remember exactly when we got it, so I'm just gonna say I got it when no one was looking. And yeah, so far that was like the upgrades, the progress we did on day number 20. Of course, we got like more runes, more mats. We got a lot of these like infusions. And on day number 21, when finishing a total of 3 weeks, because that will be, yeah, on day 20 you finish two 10s, and on day 21 you finish your 3rd week. What I am looking to do is, again, finish leveling up. We will do first, I think, just like a grind for the EXP, doing full maps. After we finish doing like full maps for EXP, I'm looking to do some map farming for events, just, you know, the usual imbue and run strategy we've been going for. I don't know why my books are here, probably because I was crafting. So that's kind of like the intention. We got 2 catalyst shards. I'll probably use them when farming for levels, just in case we get Mendelin. And if we do, I mean, if we do, we do. You know, we're not rushing for the next Rathma attempt. So we're pretty casual about that. The main pieces of gear right now we're looking forward to are the armor. We're looking for better armor. This G-Bane is sadly not satisfactory. So we're looking for a better armor, and we're looking for an amulet. So far, the amulets that we've been crafting were relatively disappointing. So I think on day number 21, like on day 20, we did a bunch of crafts. On day 21, I'm looking to do 50 hit power amulets at the very least. And if we manage to get more hell runes, or like enough hell runes, I should say, I might do 50 more poison rings or vampiric rings. We already have the skulls. We almost have enough hells to do another set. We'll see if I manage to cube up enough doles and shales into hell runes. I think we could probably manage that, and we'll do it at the end of the day. With that said, thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you on the next one, or I'll see you on the next stream if you do decide to join it. I'd love to see you there. Till then, have a good whatever you're having, and bye bye bye.